Twitch just said it started.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the NimonTank.
Here we go, here we go, here we go
Thanks
now.
for hopping in with us. I'm Big Buddha. That's Nimon Timon, as always. We're hopping in on a fucking fine Sunday. Oh, wait, am I supposed to say the name of the day? Because we post these on different days.
No, I mean, it's cool. You can do whatever you want.
Shit, you guys have
Uh,
seen behind the fucking veil of the wizards. Shit.
all I'm saying is that, hey, listen, we posted up on YouTube after we clip it up and we edit a bunch of things. If you want the raw deal of what our podcast is, look it up on Twitch. We're always going to just put up raw things on Twitch, things that we may not post up to Facebook or
Yeah,
YouTube
Twitch
or
gets everything.
Spotify. Twitch is the base of where we are sending this stuff. So if you want the raw footage, Twitch is where it's at.
I could.
Like, subscribe, comment. Sorry, our boy, what up, what up, what up? I don't want to put your name out there. Yesterday, apparently, we did not see your
Yeah, hit
messages.
hit
I
us
do
in the
want to
chat and didn't
apologize
say
for that.
shit. I apologize.
Yeah, no, well, hit us in the chat. Big Buddha is going to get better at it because now he is producing
I don't know about
the
producing.
the live, the
That's a
live. You're
lot.
producing the live. You're producing the live at this point. With respect, that let's get it on. So what do we got? What do we got today, man?
So today we were looking at, if you've seen our pods before, there was a pod where we did a reaction to a fucking crazy story of a person asking about why someone else didn't call them back after their date, which fucking snowballed into a tale of a whole bunch of cheating. Turns out the guy, like, he had three different side chicks and a married wife at home. It was a whole bunch. But Juba does a lot of these stories where he's able to bring in people that have gone through or seen some shit that isn't every day, and it's some really really crazy things that you can start looking at in your own life and being like, holy shit, like this is something that can possibly happen in the world, and what the fuck would I do, you know? And so
So
today there was actually, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, so yeah, so we were doing reactions to Brooke and Jubal, the Jubal show, and in my dark Alice in Wonderland spiral of YouTube, I found this guy called the Dr. John Deloney Show. And he is a therapist that is for people that are not for this, is very Christianized. Like, he is someone of faith. I don't know how you feel, uh, Buddha, about it. Like, I have found faith because of my wife, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah,
So
I
like,
so I always say I'm Hindu by label. I am Hindu. I'm a Hindu man by label. In my true beliefs, I when I'm praying, I do say the Hindu God names. But in my ideology of it, um, I don't know if I've ever went into it before. I know you know this, but in my ideology of religion, I think that every religion around the world has bits and pieces of the same fucking
has
story.
merit.
No, no,
Every religion has merit.
I think that it's my personal belief is that I think it's bits and pieces of the same story. I think everyone's talking about God. I think there is a God that is one, and I think everyone has experienced him around the world in different ways that they just call the same God by a different name.
I would agree with that, and then have about 20% that like is still unknown to me. So
I get that.
I would respect that. So John Deloney, Dr. John Deloney, he then takes in calls daily of different problems that people are going through. And one of the greatest things about my buddy here is that we love to break down situations. and also learn from situations where it's we look at it from XYZ and then they look at it from DEF, right? They're looking at it from
Mm-hmm.
such a different direction and they want to break it down. So when he says something, do I take it as 100%? No, never,
Of course not.
right? So that is why like I find him so interesting because he brings up things and says things that are off color. He says things that like someone like Dr. Phil would never say,
I appreciate
but
that.
it's so true. So that is why I want to bring up this incredible channel that is helping people every single day. And then you may call into him to get help. So if we could just watch this, Nate, you know the rules now. Like break it down for us where we can talk about it
Yes, sir. I'm just getting
and
my
let's get it.
camera set. Cause
Yeah, let's get it.
all right, boys and girls, everyone involved. Let's fucking.
Oh no, no, all the binaries, all the binaries. Here we go.
I don't have that much breath.
Yeah,
Let's run
I
it.
can kind of give you the backstory.
Can you see
just
that?
in my own
You
words.
can't see that. Son of a bitch. I
Yeah,
apologize.
nobody can see that.
Quickly, quickly.
I could have told you that 30 seconds ago.
And you didn't say shit.
Well,
Words. I haven't had to tell it in court.
All right,
yet,
let me
thank
friend,
God.
friend.
let me back it up. So this is the
update
story
where you're
at
and
the
how I can
start
help
of
you.
it.
Sure. Yeah, I can kind of give you the backstory just in my own words.
I can't
haven't
hear
had
it.
to tell it in court
Well,
yet, thank God. But
There we go.
yes, let's take you back 4 weeks ago today. Just a regular Monday day. I was at work myself
I
with
don't
my
know what
daughter.
I
I'm a
would
owner
think.
operator trucker, so I
Well, hit
daddy
pause.
daughter
Hit
day.
pause when
You know,
you're about
I have
to
5
talk.
kids.
I was just saying I don't know what I would think. What I would. It's such a crazy
It's a
notion.
it's a loaded conversation.
Yeah, it's a crazy notion to think that your children, period, could ever have that kind of animosity. Especially,
Well,
at least if it's a good household, like a.
I don't necessarily agree with that, just in the sense of I've had suicidal thoughts in my life,
Me too.
right?
Yeah.
I and so what is easier because we didn't pull the trigger on
Mm-hmm.
ourselves is that you then take out the other people that then made you feel that way,
Hmm. I can see
right?
that a flip of the switch instead of it being on
Instead of me
ourselves,
doing it because
pushing it
I'm a
outwards.
coward.
Yeah.
I'm a coward that I can't do it. That I'm gonna do it to them because
Pu-
it's easier than me doing it to myself.
push it outwards instead of inwards. Yeah, I could see that too.
Yeah, like
I could see that too.
it's terrible. It's terrible, but like
But it makes sense.
that's where I can understand where kids say like, "Ah."
A little bit too much nowadays, but anyways. All
Kids,
right,
by the
sorry.
way. Oldest is 17. My youngest daughter is 8, and there's 3 boys in between, 16, 13, and 10. And my oldest boy was at college,
That's a lot of
and
kids.
so my
That's a lot of kids. I'm just saying.
It is a lot of kids. No, it's a lot of kids.
But also
personal choices.
no, it's not about that. It's not about how many kids they have. It's about I'm wondering if did all the kids try and jump the mom? Because that was what
That'd be
5?
crazy.
Was that
Can
5
you
kids?
can you do me a favor? Can you throw Chad in the chat?
Chad in the chat.
Yeah, so we have the extra audio file that I can like raise.
Oh, you're talking about this.
Yeah. Can we do that?
That's gonna fuck things up.
I'm
gonna have to change around all the screens.
Well, no, that's cool. It's just that the volume on the actual audio
Yeah.
gets jacked up, and I couldn't fix it. But if I could get it, because like what I would have to do normally
what
is
the fuck do you
rewatch
type
this
in for
video.
shit?
I don't remember. It's in my chat GPT. Give me a second.
It's like /join or.
Chatico.
Yeah, it is join.
Come Chatico.
It is join. I got it.
Now recording.
There you go.
Thank you, Craig.
Thanks, Craig.
Thanks, Craig. You're the man.
All right. Fuck
Now
me.
we're all fucked up.
Yeah.
Now we're all fucked up.
Fuck. Okay. All right.
Craig jacked us up.
Here we go. Craig.
So if you're using OBS, what you want to do is use Alt, click and hold Alt, and then reframe that frame, which is what Big Boot is doing right now. So he's reframing himself using the Alt, Alt button, and now what he did was spread it out, and I assume he used the Shift button to do that.
To do what now?
Oh yeah.
No, that's just
Oh,
click.
oh, straight up Alt.
Yeah, this is just.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get off your left shoulder. Yeah. Tighten it up on your left shoulder.
Close that down too.
I'm watching at like 2 seconds of the delay, so
Yeah, no. There
you
we
know,
go.
make me look good.
All right, I got my homework cut out for me. Give me this. Zoom in on my boy like that. What the hell? Zoom in on him like that.
I am not centered by any means, so like if you could recenter me, that'd be great.
You better give me a goddamn second. God damn.
All I'm saying is like
trying to do magic over here.
Well, your expectations were like terrible in the sense of you could have went to another scene and redid it. You could have copied the scene, redid it, and then do a crazy transition where we're all just clean.
If I made a whole nother scene for when
Yeah.
there's this motherfucker in here too.
Yes. And then transition to it. You could have done it.
Yeah, but I didn't want to take too much time since we're filming.
Well, it's a copy of.
I think everything's set. Our windows are not equal, but
No, I don't care about that. No, it looks good. It looks good, man. Don't even worry about it. It looks good. Let's run this.
there we go. Okay, cool. All right, back to it.
My wife was home with my 3 middle boys, and just a regular old Monday. Nothing was going on. My wife was just sitting at the.
What'd you say?
His wife was homeless with the other like 3 kids.
He said she was home by herself with the other 3 kids.
It's just super low. Sorry, man.
What the hell? Why?
Well, so you could go into OBS and turn up the gain on it, so it is louder.
Would that be on the window in the source?
So what you'd want to do is go to
or is that
the
in
source.
my desktop audio itself? But that's gonna change your audio too.
No. So what you want to do is you want to go to the source of where you're taking it from.
Yeah.
And right click on it. And then there should be add audio. I don't have my OBS up, so like I can't tell you like directly what it is. But you just want to add gain to it. Give me a second. I can like give you a walkthrough
hold
of it.
Hold up. I think this is gonna change. I think this is gonna change everything. All right. Tell me if.
Oh, add filter, and then hit the plus. And
wait,
then
tell me if this
dining room
works.
table in our house, and little did we know that my older 2 boys at home, 16 and 13-year-old, had.
That is still low. Okay, cool.
So whatever that source is, you want to right click and hit filters. Okay.
Well, instead of filter, what I did was I told it to capture the audio in a separate thing, so that my audio mixer has is just the window capture.
No. So right click on whatever your like screen capture is, like window capture, whatever you're using. Right click and hit filters, and then there's going to be a video and like an audio. Go to audio and then add gain. Hit the plus button and add gain.
How much gain? Let's do that.
Put it at 50%. Put it at 50% and let's see what happens.
It starts at 50. I went to 75.
All right, let's put it at yeah. Oh.
Had premeditated an attack on my wife, and carried out just out of nowhere. No one saw any signs coming. No one would have expected it.
It stopped.
Still is back.
Turn on subtitles.
So you can't hear it.
No, your gain just added to your gain. You are super loud at this point.
I'm loud?
Yeah, you are louder.
What the fuck? That doesn't even make any sense.
No, no, no. So that's the whole thing of like playing with all this stuff, right? So change it back to put it to 50%. Put on the subtitles for it. So if people can't hear it, they can then read it, right?
All right. That's annoying as hell.
It's very challenging. Which is why like I had issues and like I was trying to explain to you like, dude, it's not that easy. And you're like, I know, it's not that easy. And it's like, no, it's like way worse than what you think it
Yeah,
is.
it's not that it's not easy. It's just fucking some of that's non-intuitive. Because why the fuck would adding gain to the window? Anyways.
Baffling. 4 weeks later, it makes no sense. But they did. They're in their little minds. Their plan was to attack mom and I think escape. Leave the house, take the van because the older one has a driver's license, and leave the state. And who knows what they were going to do? But that was what was in their mind. My older son took it.
Can I just say it's weird that so far there has been no reason for them doing this? He's just like, yeah, so this is what their plan was going to be, not saying like, oh, this happened and so they were a little mad about something. This seems like it's just out of fucking left field.
I don't know if you know about the Mendez brothers that are trying
Oh
to get out
yeah.
of jail for killing their parents,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is straight up like a one for one. Like I don't get it.
With them though, at least with them, I could see more of a reasoning. There was a something given. With this,
Well,
there's
they
just
say there was sexual like
yeah.
issues
I'm not
from
saying
that
it's
point.
true or false. Regardless of whether it's true or false, at least there was some kind of reasoning given. Here, he's just like, well, they were planning to do this. Just saying.
Upon himself. I don't think this was pre-planned, but he went into a murderous rage and actually tried to kill my wife, and very nearly did. And they came at her with knives and a baseball bat. My oldest son had a baseball bat. Again, unprovoked. She was stabbed quite a few times. She was beaten over the head with a baseball bat. My 10-year-old, who was
holy shit,
not in the same room, heard mom scream and came running to see what was going on and went running for help. And he got taken down by my older son with a baseball bat, took a really, really bad head injury to the back of his head. And it lasted about 45 minutes, moved from different room to different room. My wife escaped to this and that and ended up in our bedroom. And she ended up getting my 16-year-old to talk, and getting to talk, and getting to talk. And she started praying for everybody and asked us for more time, She thought her life was, she told me that she thought her life was over. And she just started, asked for some time to pray for everyone. She started praying and got him to talk and asked, what he was planning on doing and why he was doing this. And he was murderous. He stated outright he was planning on murdering her, and he thought he'd already killed my 10-year-old son. Turns out
that's fucking insane.
Dude, it's fucking wrong. It's fucking wrong, dude.
That's insane. Not only did he attack the mother, so even in that, if it was the pushing it outwards and blaming on other people and whatnot, why the fuck would the 10-year-old brother need to get smacked in the head with the bat?
Dude, we are people, right? You are a person, I am a person. I have felt anger to a certain extent. I've felt emotion to a certain extent. These are the type of things that I don't understand
at all.
Like, I feel horrible because when I hear it, I think about the person that was affected by it. And I also think, what kind of pain were you dealing with to then, like,
what kind of pain and how long were you dealing with it that you've come to the point that you think this is the best way out?
This is the answer. This is the answer. So is it the parents that just didn't realize that their kid needed help?
Well, that's what I'm wondering too. Is that you don't? I'm hoping that that side comes out in the story. I don't think it will though. But I want to
But
know
like,
what was that other side that caused him to
who
feel
do,
however he was feeling.
well, everybody wants someone to blame for everything, right? And maybe there is an unblameless person, right? Like it was nobody's fault.
Mm-hmm.
You were good parents. Your kids were good kids, and you had one that just went off the wall, and they were normal until they hit your child with a baseball bat.
That's so crazy. A 10-year-old. A 10-year-old gets smacked. If I was 17 years old, bro, that's sophomore, senior year of high school, smacking a 10-year-old in the head with a fucking baseball bat, I would expect
Well,
him to be dead too.
well, smacking with your hand, you expect them to go down anyway,
Yeah.
right? Like mental health issues is a thing. Um, in the past, which helped out was that if you were in the jails, you went to war, and if you came back from the medieval times, you were a hero, you were a knight because of it. I just don't like we don't have our jails are filled with people. And in the past, when that happened and you went to war, you took all of those people from the jails and you put them into uniforms to kill other people,
Yeah. Yeah. Make yourselves
right?
useful. Yeah.
Right? You desert the army, great. It's a bigger penalty than if you were to escape from the jail itself, right? You ran away,
Oh,
it's a
AWOL?
worse. Yeah, AWOL back in the day, like
Hell
we're
yeah.
just going to kill you on sight because you ran away, you know? Your purpose was to die. And if you came back, like you're a hero.
Yeah, you've earned it back now. Yeah.
And so like I get emotional about this kind of stuff because could someone have helped them? And probably not.
You know, you can't say that. You
Well,
never know.
when are you gonna identify that?
You can't, dude. Sometimes it's a very. It could be the smallest little fucking gesture that changes the full trajectory of what the fuck a child is thinking.
And so we're talking about 17-year-old, 16, 17-year-old
Yeah,
that goes,
yeah, but it wasn't. It didn't.
"Oh,
It didn't happen at 17. Let's be real. I cannot imagine. I cannot accept that all of a sudden at 17 he all of a sudden had this kind of behavioral
okay,
problems.
okay."
You
So
feel me?
let's take a ridiculous human being who we may know and may not know that their girlfriend broke up with them because they were sleeping with someone else.
Yeah. Wait. Say this again.
We don't know this person, all right?
Uh huh.
But like we know people that are jealous people,
Yeah.
right? So say their girlfriend of a year, 2 years, that in high school, a year, 2 years,
Oh, that's the world. We're getting married.
yeah, and she sleeps with someone else.
Uh huh. Would I
Are
kill
you gonna
them?
kill the? Would you kill the girl or would you kill the dude?
Uh, how old am I? Am I me now?
No, no, you're 16, 17 years
Oh,
old.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of the guy probably. She's gonna be kicked to the curb, but I'm also probably going to.
I actually don't agree. I think that you're gonna kick the shit out of the dude and then ask her to come back to you.
I don't know if I would do that.
No, no, you may not, but like most kids, you are my world.
Oh,
I'm
like
doing
that?
this for
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
right?
From
Right? I'm doing the damage to this other person for you because
huh.
I love you so much.
Yeah, I can see that. For me, cheating has always been the cardinal sin. So for me, if that ever happened, the girl would be kicked to the curb. There is no strikes. There's no
But
such things as strikes.
you know enough people that
That
have been with other people.
I know people that there are countless strikes. I not friends but acquaintances, you know, people that I've met in my
Yeah,
life
yeah.
that were those come back to me every fucking time. And it was like, "Oh, it'll change this time." Okay. But
But so I'm just trying to set you up for like the mindset of yes, we have our mindsets, but to accept
it's
that other people have
hard.
different mindsets is something that we need to accept so we can have
Well, see, no, I accept that.
true conversations about this.
I accept that. What I'm saying is that it didn't the switch did not flip at 17. This mindset that created what he acted on at 17, the mindset was already created. So
Okay,
what
so
I'm
you're
wondering
saying
is why and how was nothing noticed before this gigantic serious fucking outburst? Why was there not steps taken to help cope with whatever the fuck was happening?
so are you blaming his parents?
I'm not blaming. I'm just saying that would have changed this whole situation.
If they got him help and he did not want to respond to help.
Well, sure, but that's you're making up a story on his behalf. You
Well,
don't
no,
know if he would have. I'm that
devil's advocate.
that would have
Devil's
been
advocate is
the.
what we're doing.
What I'm saying is that would have been the only avenue to change what this outcome was. Was if
It may not have.
it
It
may
may
not
not have
have done
changed
anything. It could have done nothing at all. There's many people that therapy has done nothing to them.
Yeah,
For
shit all for him.
yeah,
Yeah.
I understand that, but taking some action is better than taking no action.
No, I agree with that. Um, some people I know feel ostracized because they're like, "Oh, you need help," and they get offended by that.
I was one of those people.
The
When I was in
I
high
tell people,
school, when I was early 20s, therapy was a weakness. Why would you ever go to fucking therapy?
agreed.
Yep.
You never do it.
Mhm.
But I went to therapy and I had to go see three, four, five different therapists before I found a therapist that I felt comfortable with.
Word.
And that's what I didn't know. I didn't know that like I can say no to you.
Yeah. That's a big problem with I got lucky I got lucky one because it was court ordered, so I had to go.
I
And then I got lucky because the person that they sent me to was fantastic for me.
Okay,
They were
awesome.
they
I'm
were
glad to hear that.
yeah, they were because for me when I went in there because of the mindset that I already had. When I went in there, I was still in the mindset of like what the fuck? What the fuck is this? Why the fuck am I here and why am I wasting my time? Um, and then they would call me out on my bullshit because in when I go in there, my mindset isn't okay. Let's actually give this a shot and let's answer their questions honestly and all this. It
No,
was
no, no, it's not. No, it's not.
no.
You went in there with the idea because this is me, right? You
You're
and I are so
this
similar.
this is what I
We
just
go
said.
in going, we're going
I'm
in
gonna say
going.
what you want. What do you want me to say to
Let's
get me the fuck out of
let
here?
let's do this,
Yeah,
right?
I'll play
Like
your game. I'll play your
I
game.
will play your game.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got.
Mhm.
Let's see what you got. And when you find one that can play your game
Yeah.
and then spit it back out at you for the realest level,
Yeah,
you
because
go,
they play the game and then they go, let's stop playing the game, and you're like, oh, huh? Wait, we're in therapy. We're supposed to be playing this game, and they're like, no, there is no. That's what changed it for me was him basically and
calling your bullshit.
because he asked me at the beginning. He asked me those regular ass questions of like how did it make you feel? What were you thinking before? Blah 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 blah. I was saying whatever the fuck I need to say, and then he shut all of that kind of conversation down. And then he talked to me about like what I do, how I usually live my life, kind of thing. And the whole conversation we got into was
He broke you down,
you
man.
don't need
He
to.
broke you down.
There's not answering the right. There's no right answers. It's we're talking, and
Yeah,
that's what I
no,
was
no,
like.
no.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
All of these people wanted to tell me that my internal issues were with my family. And I said, "No, I know I have issues with my family in different areas, but I've come to understand them at a like pretty high level,
Yeah.
and they go, no, 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 you got problems with your family. I go, I don't have problems
It's
with
not
my
like
family.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
I understand where my problems are at, and if I need to have a discussion with it, like we can do it. And then I finally found this woman. Then she goes, so you understand where tensions are formed within your family? I go, yeah, I totally do. She's like, do you bring them up to your family? Only if they bring it up to me.
Mhm.
If someone wants to have a discussion with me, I'm
Yeah.
going
I'm
to have
not
a
gonna start a
discussion.
discussion that could be an argument. Yeah.
Yeah, but that is why therapy is so good because it's like, no, I mean, I know you are this way. It's okay.
Mhm.
I'm okay with you acting this way. I'm
Word.
okay with you reacting this way. But at the same time, I'm not going to be attacked by you
Yep. Who
in
you are
these
is who you
ways.
are, but you can't force it on me.
Yeah, you can't make me be someone I'm not.
Yeah.
And you need to respect me as a human being and as your family member that I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
I'm not being offensive, I'm not being aggressive. I'm just saying look at me not as an inferior person, look at me as an equal.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
You can't look at me as your little cousin or your little niece or your little nephew or whatever the fuck it is. It's we are two people having a conversation.
That is why like so many people say to me, they're like, you're so good with kids. And I go, no, I all my cousins are super young, like in comparison to me. I grew up with kids. I'm small, so kids normally like me because I'm closer to their size, so they think they can relate to me more. Like, and that's true, man. And my thing is that I also don't treat them like children.
Yeah.
I treat them as young adults.
Yep.
And because I'm still bigger than them, they want to challenge me. I go, "What are you gonna do? Hit me?"
Yeah.
You know, like
Agreed.
what are we doing? What are we doing right now?
Agreed.
And so
Agreed.
kids will look at me and they're like, "Oh, what?" I'm like, "Yeah, don't say that."
Yeah.
And they're like, but everybody says it. I was like, it's not cool to say it.
That's I think that's the difference. I think that's why kids like us is it's not I'm saying this and you're listening because I'm an adult and you're a child. It's hey, think about this. Do you
Yeah,
think that this is right? Do you think that this is
but,
wrong?
yeah. Let's break this down. And
Yeah.
they look at me going like, "Oh
And
shit!"
then it's a
Like they
realization of
literally
like,
look
oh,
in their
I
eye,
am
like,
I am being an asshole.
Oh, I should help my mom
Yeah.
clean the dishes.
Mhm.
Oh, oh man, like I never thought about it like this. Like,
Yeah.
well, why do you think your dad gets mad at you? Like, what is that?
Yeah, it's
And
frustrating.
they're like, he gets mad because I want to play Roblox. It's like, do you think your dad? What does your dad like to do? And he's like, he likes to work on his motorcycle. And I was like, all right. And instead of working on his motorcycle, what is he doing? Helping your mom clean the
Doing the
dishes?
shit that you should be doing, yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And I go, well, why don't you guys go like halfway? You dry the dishes. He helps with the dishes, and you both get to go. You get to play Roblox. He gets to work on his
Everyone
bike.
gets what they yeah.
Everybody gets what they want. And they're like, well, no, I mean, my dad's going to do it anyway. It's like, well, as someone that is a kid and has a great dad, I think that it's only fair that we do it half and half. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. All right, fine. Fine, don't do that. But the dad hears it and he goes, "Oh, we're just gonna make it a rule,
Yep.
right?"
You didn't
Create
get to
boundaries.
you didn't get to choose it. Now it's forced on you.
Yeah, where it's like, I look at having kids so much like having a dog, right?
Mhm.
Where it's consistency of if you let them slide here, they're gonna slide again.
Yeah.
But if you're on them, you're on them, you're on them, they're going to know the rules are this A, B, C,
Yeah,
A, B, C.
there
Every single
is
day,
no
they know it's
leeway.
A, B, C. Yeah. They see that I'm upset by something, they know either A, flight or fight upon that, right? Normally, I want them always to be flight, and I'm going to be the one
What
fighting off and
real
defending.
quick, I'm glad that you brought it back here because now you're talking as and to give me a thought process of what you would do if you had a son like this person that we're hearing about right now that hypothetically could have not responded to any of that.
I'm
How do
gonna
you
get.
handle that?
I'm.
How do you deal with that?
I'm going to be stabbed multiple times, but I'm going to put him to sleep and disarm him.
Oh,
That's what's gonna happen.
if it's going on.
Yeah, no, that's what's gonna happen. I'm going to be stabbed multiple times, and I'm ready for it. But I'm going to put him to sleep and disarm him, and I'm going to go to the hospital, and hopefully I survive. But the rest of my family will.
I see.
That's what's gonna happen.
I don't have a son. I don't have a son, and like I don't think there's any chance in hell that I'd be able to like take him out in that situation. But I think I would definitely go for just a straight knockout. I would definitely risk getting stabbed. That's part of the thing. But
No, you walk into a knife fight, you're going to get cut.
yeah,
Like the
even
idea that you're not going to get cut is ridiculous.
even if they don't know what they're doing, there's a blade flying around. Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah, isolate the blade. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen
like,
that.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen a
yeah,
lot of.
yeah.
I've seen Steven Seagal can teach everyone how to do it so phenomenally.
Absolutely. Isolate the blade and try to
Up.
control the wrist. But depending on like
Go.
what your child's build is, they could be bigger and stronger than you.
True that.
You know, like at the same time, I don't want that blade killing my own child.
Yep.
So I'd rather get stabbed and take him out and put him to sleep
Yep.
than anything else.
Let me take the brunt. Yeah.
And even if he goes to jail for for 50 years, you know, like I don't think I can kill my kid.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
I
that's a
could do it.
possibility.
Even though he's my adopted child, I still don't think I could do it.
No, the love is the love. Period.
Like I love these kids, and I hope that this never happens. But let's keep going because we're running on 30 minutes.
Yeah, let's get back to this.
But
we didn't even get
he
past
got
the
him
story.
got him talk, and eventually, after 45 minutes or so, he called 911, confessed to what had happened, told him that my wife was hurt, my son was hurt, and they told him to give the phone to my mom. I keep doing that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
My
Man.
wife. And so 911 was on the phone with my wife. They put the weapons down, went outside and cooperated. Deputies came, and they arrested my two sons, and they took my youngest son and my wife to the emergency room, and immediately went into surgery. Life-threatening injuries, both of them. I got wind of something funny going on because my son actually sent a message over the internet to a friend. I still don't even know who that is, who called our church, who called me and said, "Hey, I got this really funny message about your son." And so I actually raced home because I was only about a half hour away, and I couldn't get hold of my wife. And I showed up, and there was a dozen deputies around my house.
Whoa.
It was closed.
Jeez.
And they wouldn't tell me what was going on, but I knew it was bad.
Yeah.
And, asked, "Is anyone dead?" I figured someone had to be dead for all that. And thank God that wasn't quite the case, but it was close.
Yeah.
It was very, very close. So I don't know where you want me to skip to from there, but that's what happened.
I could not imagine coming home to a scene like that. I could not imagine coming home to a scene like that, especially when you get a text not from your wife, not from your family, but from someone that you know from your church.
From a different church.
From a different church. Oh, was it? From a different fucking church. Random ass message saying something crazy is going on at your house.
Well, no, I mean, but at the same time, like that is why, like, to me, faith is so incredible because that kid then reached out to his church. Then the church reached out to this man.
Yeah.
Right? Like, is it a cult? I don't, you can take cults for whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, there is some kind of, like, internal bond that these people have that's impressive.
Mm-hmm. I agree, but also I wouldn't put that on faith. I would put that on community. The faith is just a type of community.
I would agree. 100% agree. Let's do this.
So let's stop there for a minute.
Okay.
I don't have any words, man.
Well, what the fuck do you say?
You've obviously listened to the show, and that's a rare moment. But I'm out of words.
Yeah.
But brother, my heart's broken for you.
Yeah, I didn't either. I spent the afternoon in that hospital. Both my wife and my younger son were in emergency surgery at two different hospitals, by the way, which made it
Oh yeah.
Just that added a complications down the road. But I was pacing around the hospital, not knowing. All I knew in the moment was
we would have walked
my
a
son
mile
was
and a half just like in the first 25 minutes.
Easily, dude. I probably
We would have been pacing.
the pacing would have been between hospitals.
Dude, you and I literally would have ran to each other. If
That's
something like this
crazy.
happened to me, you would have like
Oh
been on
yeah.
the next flight to
Oh yeah, I'd be up there.
check
That's
it.
fucking insane. Why? That would. I cannot even imagine the
I
anger
can't even
and
start
frustration
playing.
of having them at different hospitals when something like that's happened, and then you have to fucking run between like that. That's crazy.
Well. So the other issue is this: then you would be at one hospital, and traditionally your wife would be at the other one,
Yeah.
right? But your wife can't be at the other one,
Yeah.
so it's just on you.
It's
It's
fucked.
you
That's
doing
so
it.
fucked.
completely not responsive. His pupils were dilated. He had no response whatsoever. But they took him into surgery, and he had traumatic brain injury.
Sure.
Holy.
And but I knew my wife going into surgery was repeating my name and my phone number over and over and over, trying to get them to call me so that I knew what was going on. And so I was hopeful that I knew she wasn't dead.
Yeah.
But when I got a debrief from the doctor after like 5 hours of pacing the hospital about my son, they, without using the words, they basically told me he was not going to survive.
Yeah.
And they lowered expectations. They said it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah.
They have some sort of scale they use when they bring him to the hospital. It's like a 1 to 15 for brain injuries.
Right.
He was a 1.
Wow.
Holy shit.
They had no hope that this kid would survive.
And so, Lord willing, none of us are ever in this situation.
Yeah.
Give people some words about the dissociative effects of you're just walking. I mean, the lights are brighter and things feel like you're in a video game or you're not real. Walk people through just pacing the hospital.
Have you ever had that feeling?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
ethereal, like this can't be. This has to be a dream. This can't be real.
No. Do you want to know how my brain processes it?
Huh?
I actually black out.
What the hell?
So, Kenny and I like have almost died together while we were driving up to Buffalo, and I black out and we survive. Right. I was driving up to Canada one year and I partied the night before, which I shouldn't have done, and I started falling asleep while driving, right?
Oh shit, word.
A car in front of me then did the same thing. They fell asleep. They then smashed into the guardrail. I blacked out, and next thing I know, it is maybe a mile behind me. I was with my sister driving up to Canada again, and it was just crazy stormy out, and the car in front of us, the back brakes just gave out where the entire axle of the back tires like came off it. And I blacked out, and the next thing I know, we're in front of the accident. I said, "What happened?" She goes, "Oh, you swerved that and then swerved us back in. Nothing hit the car. We're in front of the accident at this point."
Word. But
and I
you
said,
have
"I don't
no
remember doing that.
Yeah.
I have no recollection of doing that." My sister was in an accident, and my mom said, "You need to pick me up from work," because we were all sharing cars at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do not remember driving to my mom's work. I can't tell you the directions to my mom's work. And I picked her up, and then I said, she's like, "Can you drive us to where the accident is?" I said, "Where am I?" And she's like, "You just picked me up from work." I was like, "I don't remember that."
That's crazy.
It's just one of those things that like my mind just blocks it out for some reason, and it's just like, need to get here.
Huh? That's crazy.
I need from A to B, and I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, it's the autopilot. Because like I've had autopilot when I'm driving. When I used to drive to work, I've had autopilot where like I was just miles down the road, and I was like, Was I watching where the fuck I was going? Was I looking at anything happening around me? Because how the fuck am I here? I've
Well, my
never had.
dad would tell me within Hillsboro, like he would be driving home and he'd go to our old home, like
Yeah,
our old townhouse
yeah,
or some shit like that.
yeah,
You know, like he's like, yeah, I would just kind of like listen to the radio, and all of a sudden I'm at the
yeah, dude.
wrong
That shit
place.
happens so much. That's crazy. I've had the ethereal feeling. I've only had it once, and it was the night that I got the phone call that Jason had committed suicide.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
that night,
That
because
was the most surreal thing to me at that young of an age.
yeah,
That was the most surreal thing that because my mom called me, she goes, "Hey, Tom, I don't know if you heard, but like they found a body on the train tracks." So I called everybody,
hmm
right? And then finally Mick came back to me and he was like, "Hey man, yeah, it was Jason." It's like, no, that's
yep,
not true.
that was my
That's not
response,
true.
dude. Yeah,
That's not true. That's
yeah,
not true.
that shit still gives me goosebumps. Joe called me.
Yeah.
Joe called me, and Joe told me,
Joe Higgins?
Ricardi.
Oh, okay. All right.
Me, he lived in our neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so Joe calls me, and he told me first that, hey man, I'm so sorry to be calling, and he was crying on the phone, and he was like, Jason, we just found out that Jason committed suicide. He went on the railroad tracks, and I'm like, what the fuck are you? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
What
like
the
why would you
fuck?
spread this bullshit?
Yeah, I
Why
was like,
would you
I was
say
like,
this
how the
bullshit to
fuck
me?
do you even? How would you even think this prank is funny, bro? I called him every fucking name, a piece of
Yeah, no,
shit.
anger was the first thing that I felt, and I assumed that you felt
Oh yeah,
because
I was see that. I called him every fucking name, called him a piece of shit. All of this hung up on his ass, and I was still in my room. I didn't leave my room after that, and I was still in my room. And then a phone call came into the house phone, and it came into the house phone. My parents just said, Nihal, you have a phone call. It's Joe's dad. And I guess he hadn't told them what had happened yet. And he spoke to me first, and he's like, hey buddy, hey, this is Joe's dad. He's like, I want to call you and let you know. He's like, this is real. It's happened. It's real. And when that shit happened, I remember every fucking second of it because he said the words, and the phone dropped from my hand, and I wandered downstairs like a ghoul, like a zombie. I stumbled downstairs, and I sat at the kitchen table by myself. My parents were in the living room watching whatever they were watching, and I sat at the kitchen table, and I just sat there like this for like 5 minutes, and then I started bawling my eyes out. And
all
then
right. So for the
that's
viewers to understand, um, we both had a really good friend in. He was best friends with Big Buddha.
yeah,
Uh,
Jay
in
Jay was
sixth
my man.
in sixth grade, he was my kid. Like we were boys, sixth grade. Every single class, we had multiple classes together. We were just like we just be chilling. And uh, our junior year of high school, he committed suicide. And the thing that hurt me the most, and I'm sure hurt Buddha the most also, was that we knew he was in pain, but we just didn't know how much.
Not even
And
close.
the
Cuz this kid this he was a track fucking phenom.
star,
Fucking
star,
he was killing
been
records.
looking at by major colleges. The Olympics were looking at him. Like his numbers were just phenomenal.
Yeah, and he didn't start until sophomore year, I think. He didn't even start freshman year, if I remember correctly. But anyways, he was setting records. College was lined up. College was paid for.
Well, he was already a cross country star
Hmm.
because he ran eighth grade. He didn't run freshman year, but he ran eighth grade.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Uh, and he was just a phenom.
And yeah, he went back to
Um,
it. He killed everything. He had full ride scholarships and everything. He, because so that's what surprised me the most is that looking at Jay, we knew that he was stressed, but it was more stress about the running than the school. Because in my mind, I'm sitting here fucking applying to colleges, and I don't know if I'm gonna get in. You already have a yes, so you must have no fucking stress in your life. You're good to go. You can't have anything happening now, right? And I mean, shit. To this day, I still don't know what really made him decide that that was the best avenue. But
I've heard a bunch of different ideas. I don't want to bring it up on the pod, to be
yeah,
completely honest.
yeah.
That's very personal to their family.
Yeah. I don't want to
Um,
speculate shit.
but just for them to know that we have so much love for the kid, even today.
Hell yeah,
Um,
man.
I,
That
I think about him like not daily, but I think about him like a couple times a month.
his fucking oh my god, his track picture which they gave out when it had happened. I think it was for the memorial or something, but I still have his picture in my wallet. And it's funny because I remember when he had taken the picture. uh, oh my god, we made fun of him so much. It was so fucking funny. We all met up, me and Matt Tucker, because Matt Tucker and him used to have fucking sleepovers and shit all the time.
Yeah, y'all lived in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, he was down the road. So we made fun of him so much because he had like the short shorts for track and everything. And man, I remember that shit was so funny. We had such a great time. And yeah, it's just fuck. This is a unrequited PSA. Check on your friends, man. Check on everybody, even if you
Even if
don't.
you think they're living their best
Yeah,
life, like they may not be. And
yeah.
that was a wake up call for the two of us. Of
You never know what the
the
fuck
one
is going
dude,
on in other people's heads, man.
yeah, the one dude that we thought was doing better than all of us, and he was hurting the most apparently.
Hmm.
And we've had, unfortunately, from our graduating class, we've had a lot of deaths.
Yeah,
Um, and I don't want to take anything away from any of the other deaths that have occurred, from George to Mike to
Rob.
a bunch of other Rob to we've had way too many,
Yeah,
right?
man.
But if I could bring to light like Paige,
Oh man.
she was just the sweetest
She
human being
was,
I'd ever met.
yeah, she was the sweetest girl ever. she,
Like
she
like
was nice to every single person.
everybody.
Every
This is a
single person.
football player to a band nerd saying the same exact thing, that she just was so kind to everybody across the board.
Yeah, she was a sweetheart. That
But
blew that
Paige
blew my
Aiello
mind.
disappeared one day. She was going to TCNJ and they
Hey,
found
tell
her
the story. Give
wallet.
me 2 seconds. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Yeah, so Paige Aiello, they found her wallet on the ground. They kind of found some other things from her, and it was going towards a bridge that was going into New York. And they just have never found her body. And is it that she jumped? Is it that someone picked her up and she was horrible? Like anything that could be happening. I do not want to speculate because for someone that amazing to have something so negative to the idea of Epstein or so on and so forth would be so destructive to my personal mentality of what people are able to do. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, Death is final. And if people want to choose to end their life, it's very selfish, in my opinion. But it's also very selfish of me to want them to survive and them suffer. So if you are someone that is dying of cancer or you only have X amount of months left, it's very selfish of me to say that I want you to survive and suffer because you're going to suffer. I feel bad. If you are someone that hates their life and I'm saying I want you to suffer those terrible days, they definitely can change and they definitely can get better. You need someone to give you a hug. You need someone to give you kind words. You need someone to say, like, you're worth it to society. Reach out. But so many are afraid to reach out to not get anything back. You can't go fishing and You can't go fishing and say, "Well, I didn't catch anything." Well, at least you went fishing. At least you put that rod out there. You put that worm in the water, and some days you're gonna get one. But to say today is the day that it's all wrong, we're here for you. We're here for the love of it, and
Fuck yeah.
PSA wise, like, so I was just saying, like,
I heard that last message, and that's a fuck yeah.
well, yeah, you go fishing and you're upset that you didn't catch anything, but at least you put the rod in the water,
True that. True
right?
that. I hope we build a community where you can always reach out to fucking anybody in here. Whether it's us or somebody else in the community, I hope that we're all like-minded, at least in that aspect of let's fucking help each other out.
Yeah,
If
let's help
if
each
any of
other
y'all
survive.
really want to fucking talk, you go on. If you go on, if you're on Reddit or some shit, I'm the same tag, Big Buddha. If you go on the fucking help me thread, that's where I had posted when I was pretty fucking low.
All right, you do you, and I'm gonna do the same thing you just did.
Do you think? Because that's something that I've found has helped me a lot is reaching out to. I was always that type that I cut myself off from everybody. You can fuck. You can ask Tom. You can ask our entire group. I was the biggest asshole in that regard. Where if things were not going right in my life, instead of reaching out, instead of telling anybody, instead of keeping myself around, I would shut myself off in my own little corner of the world, and I don't know, try and fucking cope. But coping always turned into more just not thinking about it. And actually talking with your friends, talking it through with them. I mean, fuck, if they're truly your friends, they're there to listen and help out. So, I don't know, always reach out. Always reach out. You don't know who might be a fucking new friend that might help you out in a time like that. But yeah, we have lost a lot of people, and it's a shame. So I hope everyone looks out for each other. But let's keep going.
All the text messages start coming through. This is in the media. This is all over the place.
It wasn't that first day,
Okay.
that first night. Not in the first hours anyway. That's
Honestly, the fucking the thoughts of being able to change something after the fact, it never works out. So I don't know, if you could take steps beforehand, take steps beforehand. Welcome back.
Well, it's too late if you're taking steps after the fact.
Yeah.
So I always tell people get help because once you ask for help, it's already too late.
That's what I was saying. I was like, reach out to your friends. Reach out to your friends for help, because I was telling them about how my MO was, if shit isn't going well, you're not gonna hear from me. You're not gonna see me, because I fucking shut myself away.
You do, but you've been better.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was telling
better.
them, is that is the change that I've made that has helped me so much, is because thankfully we have the group that we have, where if one of us ever does need to just sit and fucking vent, you can call one of us and we'll fucking listen to you sit and fucking vent. Sure, we got you.
Here, and listen to this. When we vent, we can say terrible things to each other
Oh, of
that
course.
we know it is not 100% true.
Yep.
But it just feels good to just get it off your chest, and nobody's gonna judge you for it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's all it is.
So,
It's blow off the fucking steam, so that so it doesn't explode inside.
but how do you find friends like that?
Well, that's what I was also talking about with them, is that go online, go to these forums, and really do fucking reach out for help, because it doesn't have to be a friend that you have now. You never know. One of those people that you reach out to, that reaches out to you through those channels, could become your new best fucking friend. Because when I had posted on Reddit, I wasn't going and messaging other people and trying to fucking dump my shit on them. I went and I posted. I just posted, not even come talk to me, come help me, any of that. It was just, I needed to get this out of my fucking head. I need to just say this into the ether of the world.
Well,
And
that hurts me a little bit because you could have always done that.
yeah, but
for me.
this is back when I was in the full, I'm gonna shut myself off from the world.
No, I know that. I know that. But at the same time, I do apologize because I'd shit on you for a minute.
Of course. Of course.
right?
And I think that if you didn't
that's
do
something I
that,
need to get better at.
if you didn't though, then it would be like, do I have cancer and you didn't tell me? What's happening? Why are you being like this? What?
Well, no, I think that there was a level of I need to read where you were at, where it was. This is not a moment to shit on you. This is a moment just let you suck.
Yeah, because that's what it was. It was.
Right.
It felt like everything. It felt like fucking life sucked. And that's what I'm saying is, if you just put your story out there, people will fucking resonate with it. Because like I said, all I did was say what was going on in my head, what was going on in my life, and I left it at that.
Can I just say a caveat? Can I say a caveat?
Huh?
You professional victims out there, this is not for you. Okay. You professional victims.
People that are bored. If you're bored on a fucking Friday, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, like post here, and we will personally shit on you.
Yep.
All right. Like
if you don't realize that shit's
that.
bad, I'll let you know shit's bad.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Professional victims, you can go fuck yourself. All right. Like, oh my god, my gardener didn't come today and didn't trim the bushes. Well, right,
I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life.
What the fuck are we talking about?
You talking about? Hi, buddy.
Oh my
I
god,
see you.
I didn't get to see my grandbabies today because there was a tornado warning.
They were doing road construction, bitch.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up.
You fucking bitch.
FaceTime them. Like, get the fuck over it.
Oh shit.
And me and my boy are out here going like, oh, my family lives in a different time zone. like, what are we complaining about, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh,
like,
shit.
oh my god, I had to drive 20 minutes to see my babies.
20 whole minutes.
Oh my god, the minimum was 6 hours.
Go up.
Like, what are we doing? Y'all people are wild in like what you're complaining about in today's world. Because like you got real shit going on in today's world.
Especially in today's world.
What?
Yeah, especially in today's world. Like, goddamn.
Oh my god. Alright, let's run this. I believe
took a little while.
Last of like 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's getting to the
Okay.
In the hospital, I'm pacing the hospital. I got a hold of my son that was in the college, and the sheriff's, they had a PR person on site by the time I got there. He actually, he was in civilian clothes. He actually drove me to the hospital, and my daughter, who was with me.
Oh, that's great.
And then he went and picked up my son. So the three of us were at least together in the hospital, but I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea what to tell my kids, and I felt like I should be sitting there broken down crying, but I wasn't. I was just kind of, I don't know, which is one of my kind of questions for you long term. I still feel kind of just numb about the whole thing. You know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. We'll get to those questions. So
yeah, but in the moment, it's just completely numbing, and it's just, you know, you don't plan for something like that. Obviously, no one does. This is something you read about on in the news or something, right. And all of a sudden you're in it.
Oh, man. So 3 or 4 weeks have gone by now. Walk us through what the last 3 or 4 weeks have been like.
Maybe the best 3 or 4 weeks of my life. I mean, I'll skip right to the end. My wife is out of the hospital. We
what did you say?
That's how Actually, though, wait, what do you mean? It was the best weeks of your life?
I don't know if that is just him being super sarcastic, that it was the best 3-4 weeks of his life.
Oh,
but the way he said it was like it was.
That sounded like it was very real. Like, oh man, I loved it. My wife was gone. My little 10-year-old was gone. Like, what the fuck are you saying right now, sir? I'm glad you caught that.
Wow, I hadn't heard that, man.
Oh yeah, and my son, I'm in the hospital with him right now. Well, not with him. I'm in the next room over, but he's going to be discharged in the next couple of days. John,
stop, dude!
For
what? Really?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes, it is absolutely a miracle. No one can really fathom what has happened to. Like I said, I had faith my wife would make it out of this in some fashion, but I thought 4 weeks ago that I was going to lose my son.
Wow.
And 4 weeks later, they're literally talking about discharging him tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Wednesday.
What's his cognitive capacity?
That's awesome.
Dude, so yeah. So literally, the last 3-4 weeks was the best weeks of his life.
Okay, because
He
he
found out
found out
his
that
kids and his wife were going to
okay, I
survive.
get it now. I
That's
get it
great.
now. I
All
thought that
right,
whole thing before of like the 1 out of 15.
was
I thought it was like, oh, his son's dead. Okay. Or like really mentally.
I just I feel bad like breaking that down the way I did.
No, me too. Because the way he said that was way too suspect. I was gonna be like, "Are you the 17-year-old motherfucker? What are you saying?"
Hey.
I'm
Props to the family.
I'm just saying.
Let's run.
Thank
this.
God.
Amazing for where he is.
Wow.
He's walking, he's talking, he's eating. They took the feeding tube out this last week because he spent the whole week eating everything they would put in front of his face. He's got the appetite of an amazing 10-year-old little boy.
Of a 10-year-old, yeah.
Yeah. And
Can I have a snack? Can I have a snack? Yeah.
I mean, so the last 4 weeks, for a week, he spent completely sedated. He was in the PICU, the pediatrics ICU
right. Yep.
at the Children's Hospital here, and completely sedated. He had monitors everywhere, breathing tube, feeding tube, the whole 9 yards. They were, drains out of his head for excess blood. Just that whole thing, And after the first couple of days, when it was apparent he wasn't going to die, which that's what we all thought. I mean, the nurses, everything. But after a couple of days, the swelling wasn't getting much worse, and it was looking like, okay, this is going to be okay. But even at that point, then there's, you have no idea what this kid's life is going to be like. Right. You don't know if he's going to come back at all. He might be brain dead. Even if he comes back, we were getting warnings over and over from nurses about how, I don't remember the terminology, but they had terms for different kind of outbursts that they would have or different personalities that they would come back with sometimes. And, they were telling us this kid's not going to be the same kid, even if he makes a recovery, and they're looking at 6 to 9 months in the ICU and all of this stuff. And so we spent about a week there. And
that must be one of the most heart-wrenching, terrifying things as a father.
So I had a conversation with my wife today about if I or she were to become like a vegetable.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to her, well, when we got married, we said through sickness and health, I'm always going to be there for you. And her response was, yeah, me too. So I then said, well, if I was a paraplegic, like I honestly would think that if we were still young enough that you could then, remarry and like with X amount of time to be separated, that you can then like find someone else.
Yeah.
Like, you would become divorced, right? And she said to me, well, at this point in life, like I probably wouldn't. Like, I love you to death, and I'd probably stay with you even if life is difficult with you. And I said, no, but like it became a level of you can't financially support me.
Yeah, that's where it always comes down to.
Like, no, just give me up and like let me die.
Yep.
Essentially.
Yep.
And she's like, well, no, because you wouldn't do that to me. I said, no, of course I wouldn't.
I would only do that if that's your wish. I would only do that.
Even if it was her wish. Like, I wouldn't do it to her.
Oh, I would. If it's your wish.
Well, no. Well, no. The difference is that I am then responsible for her kids, too. So if I'm responsible for her kids, I'm not going to break off from her to then be separated from her kids.
Oh, yeah. Well, I would, yeah.
So there's a different level
that the
to it.
Kids
there's a different level to it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
there's
a different
level
situation.
To it.
I get that.
But if we were just like me and her, we didn't have kids, we were like, we're 20 something versus us being almost 40 at this point, to be honest. It's like, no, I mean, we can't do any of the intimate things that a wife and husband should be able to do.
In that situation, yeah.
Even if we go on a vacation, we can't do intimate dinners without help. We can't do dates without extra help. Everything we do is going to cost more money that lives outside of our means at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I put that pressure on her? And she
I
goes,
agree with
well,
that.
no. She goes, well, I know that you would do it for me, so I would like to do it for you. And I said, yeah, but I make more money than you.
It's more feasible, yeah.
It's more feasible if you were in that situation than if I was in that situation.
Well, yeah, but barring, I mean, the biggest factor, which is fucking monetary bullshit that comes with it. Um, yeah, of course, I would keep them around, and I'll feed you and bathe you and all that stuff. I was saying if
Well,
it's
I asked
if
her this. I asked her this. I said, "Do you not think that I would change my livelihood from being in my position that I'm in now to then being a stay-at-home male that works on the computer, does 16 hours a day on my computer, but I'm home and can take care of you?
hmm
Do you not believe that that's what I would do?" She's like, "No, I believe 100% that you'd work 20 hours every single day to be able to take care of me, sleep for 4 hours, and then when I took a nap, you took a nap, but you worked the other 20 hours."
hmm
I believe that. And I said, yeah, because I love you, and that's what I signed up for through sickness and health. And she goes, I couldn't do that. I said, I know you couldn't do it. You have two kids, you got all
That's
this
what I'm
stuff going
telling. Yeah,
on,
it is not expected. Yeah.
but I signed up for it. You didn't sign up for that.
If you're a vegetable, would you do you want them to keep you around or no? I say I
If
say
I got
I say take me
if I
off the
got
fucking
cancer,
cables.
if I got cancer and they said you only have like less than 3 months to live, I wouldn't do chemo.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I'd say I want to enjoy the last 3 months of all the money I have that I've also had separated for them. Like,
Yeah, let me get my afterlife in order and fucking do what I gotta do.
yeah, like I'm not gonna like fucking like Breaking Bad and like start throwing meth, you know. But like, I'm gonna say like, no, it's not worth it for me to live 6 months, but suffer all 6 months through chemo and not being able to go outside, not being able to spend time with my family. It's not worth it to me.
No, I agree with that.
It's selfish. If To me, it's selfish when people say like, go through chemo because I want you alive, which I appreciate. But at the same time, like I told my mom, because my mom asked me, she was like, "Well, what would you tell your dad?" I said, "I'd ask him what he wants." And my
Yeah.
dad's like, "Kill me." Like,
Yep.
I don't want to go through chemo. And I said, I would say, don't go through chemo. My mom's like, that's ridiculous. I said, it's selfish of me to want my dad to suffer.
Yeah. And it's a lot of suffering for what, a month maybe? A month
It's
of
selfish of me to want
such
that.
shit life. It's
Well,
pointless.
the problem with that same conversation is my grandfather beat cancer 5 times, and he's still fucking alive.
Well, yeah, but that's you if you want to take on that fight that's a flip of the coin.
Well, no, like, they told him like you only have like
Well, yeah,
5 months. He's
that's
like,
what I'm
and he
saying.
called me. He literally called me. He goes, "Hey, I'm gonna kick this shit." I was like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah,
Like,
that
yeah,
that man that
I
man
love you,
shit on cancer repeatedly.
dude. He in the last like year has told me for the first time that he loves me.
That's adorable.
The first time he said he's like, "Yeah, I love you too." I was like, "Love you, Papa." And he goes, "I love you too." And I said, "What?"
I wasn't recording.
I was like, "What?" And he goes, "What?" I was like, "What'd you say?" He goes, "What?" I said, "What?"
Yeah, yeah. You can't get it twice. Come on now, being greedy
Well,
now.
so then like every time I hang up with him now, I'm just like, "Hey, I love you," and he goes, "I love you."
That's awesome,
But it took 94 years.
dude. That's his generation. What do you expect?
Yeah, 94 years of him saying like, "Not, I love my great grandson."
My grandfather was the same way. He still doesn't say it every time we hang up. My grandmother will overly say it, but it takes him some. But that's the generation.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Hey, man, I really do apologize. Like, I hope that we can like pick this up
Yeah,
again. But I
yo,
gotta go. I
I
gotta go. This is good content in my
yeah.
opinion.
Well, that's what I'm gonna save this video because we're like halfway through. We can do a part two pod of this because we've been getting
He
caught up.
normally does 2 calls per pod that he does.
Oh,
So
how
that's why
the
I was like,
fuck?
I think there's only like 10 minutes left of it. Because he normally does like 2 calls per video that he does.
That'd be fucking crazy. More than one family's sons tried to kill their wife and called in. God damn. Well, yeah, we'll do part 2 then.
Alright.
But yeah, you go do your thing. Spend some time with your wife. Y'all, thank you for hopping in the fucking tank. Thank you for joining us as always.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah, like we always say, man. Any comments, anything you want to see, leave it in the comments. We would love to talk to y'all. And I hope that you took it to heart what we were talking about of if you need help or if you think someone else needs help or even if you don't, just check in on your friends.
We talked about a lot of heavy things today, and I actually think that's going to be something that we're going to do more often. Fortunately, unfortunately, in the sense of I think enough of us, 4 who I think are going to like our stuff, have dealt with. And hopefully it can be something that helps everyone in our community. If you, and this is something we always forget to say, we always post things first raw on Twitch, and
Yep.
then we tighten it up on YouTube. So if you like this and you're from YouTube, go to Twitch at NimonTank, and you can see the raw footage without any cuts to it.
You can see when I have to resize fucking windows and how long it takes me.
You can see us just goofing off, us prepping for a pod. You can see us just messing around, just being us off the page.
Oh yeah.
Hey, who knows? Eventually, that may end up being Patreon type stuff, or
Hell
you know,
yeah.
just us going off. But if you want the ends of the ends, go check us out on Twitch. Like and subscribe to YouTube. Like and subscribe to Twitch for that.
To all of the fucking above, bot or not.
And you
bot
know
or not,
what?
thank you for joining.
If you see this and you're watching it, post in the comments that you want a consistent schedule, because you need to pressure Big Buddha to say every day from this time to this time, this is my schedule.
Good luck.
Or else we will get zero content.
Every day. You are tripping, sir. I have a job that will not let me.
I'm just saying that we get, our hours in, and Buddha's looking for love. If we find a girl on here that's looking for love for the Big Buddha,
oh my God,
work with our schedule.
That's horrifying.
Schedule, and maybe you'll be on the pod, and then next week you won't be. It is what it is.
You fucking idiot.
Hey,
real talk. Thank you for joining us, Tom. As always, it's been real, my G. I will talk to you.
Peace.
I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah, no. Peace.